Welcome back to my channel. It's Ogochukwu here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I got to this beautiful, simple and protective hairstyle. So if this is something you're interested in, you want to follow along and watch till the end. For this hair, these are the products that I used. My attachments wasn't stretched as at the time I bought it, so I went ahead to stretch it so that the work would be easier for me. This is like 230 gram. I wanted to use one, so I had to maximize it. I divided it into three and stretched each of them. I applied some cream on it just to make it soft and shiny. I don't know, maybe there are other reasons why they use cream, but this is the reason why I use mine. These are three bundles, and then I had an extra attached for my last braid. I made a big cut at the back, measuring from the level of my ear. Sectioning your hair can also be one big struggle, but you just have to be patient with yourself. And also, I used gel to make sure that the lines are more clear. So I applied edge control, got to be gel, which sometimes can be whitish after some minutes of applying it. Used comb to brush down the hair, and then I started braiding. There are different ways of doing knotless, and I think the easiest one is adding from the side. I also add from the side, and that's the type of knotless that I'll be explaining in this video. For this hair to last, you need to make sure that your natural hair, is hidden under the attachments so that it will not stick out. And I did this. In fact, you may not be able to hide as much, especially when it's 4C hair, but I used eco gel so that it will be relaxed and soft enough to be hidden under the attachment. So if you are trying this, it's either your hair is relaxed, blow dried, or you use gel to make sure that it's soft enough to hide under the attachment. As you can see, I'm trying so hard to hide it under my attachments. Normally I would have divided my back pattern into two, but I did four because my hair is natural and I have to grip it as much as I can. So after this, my next pattern is from the front, just to give it a more uniform look, and because we are going for box braid. Parting your hair is one thing that takes time, especially because you can't see your hair. I use mirror front. I place a mirror in my front, and then there's a big mirror at the back, so I can easily see my pattern. As hard as it can be, you just want to make sure that your patterns are as equal as possible. So I divided my hair into three, my cutting into three. This is to be able to hide each of them into the attachments. If you make it unequal, you'll be hiding more attachments, more hair under one of the attachments, which will cause it to stick out. I start my first braid with attachment, just add it in between my pointing finger, and then I start braiding. Normally, I don't know if there's a count for the number of attachments that I added, but on average, I would say 6. So each braid that I make, I add an attachment in between my pointing finger. Wait, is it in between my pointing finger? I just hang it on my pointing finger, and then I continue braiding. If you are braiding on a 4C hair, for your hair to last, you must make sure that you hide your hair under your attachments, just like the way I'm doing. This is that gel, got to be gel, that is turning white, as you can see on screen. When you are done, you can clean it up with wipe or anything, or even hot water when you are dipping it inside hot water. So when I braid to an extent, I just add when I feel like there's need to add an attachment. This is only dependent on the size you want for each of your braids. When I was done, I tied down the ends twice. Just pick a small portion of the remaining ends and tie it down twice so that it will not loosen. This is because I want to coil down the ends. On a normal day, I would just do a twist at the end. I mixed the smaller attachments, the colored attachments with black. I just mixed it together so that it won't be too shouty. I really don't like colors on my hair. So that's what I did at this point. For the most part of my braiding, this colored one was only at the tip. You can do whatever you want with yours, especially if you like colors. I did another pattern from the front to the back. I think in total this hair is like 25 box braid, 4 at the back, followed by 8, and then followed by 9. This one currently is 9, and then another 4, 6 in front. Yeah, 6 in front. That's like 27, not 25. If this hair was relaxed or stretched, I think it would have taken lesser box braid, but I had to do this so that I will be able to hold the smallest amount of hair. So depending on what you want and the kind of hair you're carrying, you can do whatever works for you. I parted from the right to the left just so that I'll get a more uniform and equal pattern for the front. So for the rest of the braids, I started with attachments. I started each braid with attachment. But this one, the hair here was bulky enough and the lengths were more uniform compared to the rest of my hair. So I started with dividing it into 3 equal parts and braiding like 3 to 4 times before adding my attachments. I think this is the only thing that I did differently as compared to the rest. I also made sure that my division were as equal as possible so that hiding it under the braids will be possible under the attachment. So yeah. Just in case you've not gotten it, this is summary of what I did. I divided my hair into 3 equal parts. This is after applying some gel to just make the hair soft. This equal division is very important as it's going to make your hiding your hair very easy. I started with adding my attachments in between my pointing finger, and then I started braiding. Did I start braiding? Yeah, I started braiding. I added an attachment for each of the braids up to the fourth or the fifth. I think it's the sixth one. Like I said, there's no metric. I did not really have any measurements. I just added up to the point that I felt like okay, this is normal. But on average, I think I added like 6, if I'm not mistaken. Also, keep in mind that if you want your hair to last, you have to make sure that you hide your natural hair under your attachments. And you can do this very well with gel, or better still, pre stretch your hair. Stretch or blow dry your hair before braiding. So, this is the summary of everything that I've said so far. If any of this is not clear to you, you can simply reduce the playback speed and rewatch until you get it. I trimmed out the hairs that are sticking out. You should be careful to not cut your own hair, especially when you did not hide it very well. This brushing out just makes your curls to be more defined. So I brushed it out and I used rope. I used rope to create the kind of curls that I want. You can simply get a roller. Because I wasn't doing so much, I did not stress about getting one. I simply used this rope and I got exactly what I wanted. Dipped it inside hot water. Just a very hot water. And you should be careful to not pour it on your body. And that's pretty much everything that I did for this hair. Also use hot water to pat the places that I couldn't dip inside the hot water. And yeah. also added some pin. I added this to just make it more shiny, and this is the final look. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if this is something that you find worthy, and also click the notification bell so that whenever I post, you get notified. Thank you and bye. See you in my next video.